Hey developers, welcome to Devcovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, Understand Anything, a tool that's completely changing how developers comprehend complex codebases. It transforms any project into an interactive knowledge graph that you can search, explore, and even ask questions about. With its explosive growth, it's clear this project is solving a massive pain point for developers trying to navigate unfamiliar code. Imagine joining a new team. You're faced with a codebase that's 200,000 lines long. Where do you even begin? This is the exact question a new project on GitHub aims to solve, and it does so with a core philosophy: create graphs that teach, not just graphs that impress. The project is called Understand Anything, from developer Lum1104. It's a tool that transforms any codebase, knowledge base, or documentation set into an interactive knowledge graph. You can visually explore it, search it, and query it. The project's growth has been remarkable, racking up over 42,000 stars, with more than 3,700 of those added in a single day. This kind of rapid adoption points to a huge, unmet need among developers for better tools to understand code. So, what's the core problem it's solving? It's the immense cognitive load developers face when they're navigating large or unfamiliar code. Traditionally, this meant manually tracing function calls, reading scattered documentation, and hoping a senior engineer had time to help. That whole process is slow, inefficient, and full of potential errors. Existing static analysis tools could find structural connections, but they often miss the business context or the why behind the code. The distinctive approach of Understand Anything is to fuse structural analysis with semantic understanding. It creates a visual map that explains not just what is connected, but what it actually does. Let's get into the technical architecture, which is a clever hybrid of deterministic analysis and AI-driven semantics. First, it uses a tool called TreeSitter to parse the source code. A great way to think about this is to imagine an expert surveyor creating a perfect, unchangeable blueprint of a building. They map every room, doorway, and utility line with absolute precision. That blueprint, a concrete syntax tree, captures the code's structural facts. Once that blueprint is ready, the structured data is handed to a team of specialized large language model agents. These agents act like knowledgeable architects who can read the surveyor's blueprint. They add the essential context that the blueprint lacks, writing plain English summaries for each room and explaining the overall purpose of the building. This division of labor is the key. TreeSitter provides the stable, factual skeleton, while the LLMs provide the insightful, semantic flesh. The entire process is orchestrated by a multi-agent pipeline, allowing different tasks like file analysis and architecture review to run in parallel for maximum efficiency. So, how does this work in a real-world scenario? A new developer could use this tool to get a guided tour of a legacy system, drastically cutting down their onboarding time. An architect could perform a diff impact analysis before a major refactor, visualizing the potential ripple effects of their changes across the entire codebase. A project manager could even switch to a domain view to understand business processes, all without needing to read a single line of code. Getting started is also designed to be simple. It offers a command line interface and deep integrations into platforms like VS Code and Claude Code, and it can often be installed with just a single command. And what is the community saying about it? The feedback is overwhelmingly positive. Users praise its ability to demystify complex projects and its practical, teaching-focused approach. Of course, some concerns have been raised, but they are pretty typical for AI-powered tools. These include the potential for inaccurate summaries from the language model and the performance and cost implications of analyzing exceptionally large monorepos. But a critical look has to acknowledge the project's fundamental dependency on external LLM APIs. This introduces business risks around cost, latency, and the stability of those underlying models. And while the architecture is built for efficiency, its ability to scale on codebases with millions of lines of code is still a practical test yet to be passed. Another key point is that the semantic summaries, while powerful, are ultimately just inferences. This means teams must remain disciplined and not treat these AI-generated explanations as absolute truth. Doing so could lead to some misguided architectural decisions. In the end, understand anything is pushing for a new paradigm. It suggests treating codebase comprehension as a first-class, version-controlled artifact that lives right alongside the code itself. And this matters because it shifts the focus away from just writing code. Instead, the goal becomes building a shared, evolving understanding of the systems we create, an understanding that works for both humans and for AI.
That's all for today's Devcovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.